At the John Daly Major Ed Foundation, we also focus on making sure that we partner up with great organizations. Great organizations like St. Jude's, great organizations like the Boys and Girls Club, our friends at Warriors for Freedom, our friends at Force 50 Foundation, which provides veterans the health care that they need. As you can see, we are the safety net at the John Daly Major Ed Foundation to make sure that no one gets left behind on the field of battle and that you're taken care of in the home front. God bless you. God bless the United States of America. Hoorah!
Look what I just ordered. This trip is going to be great.
Bring enjoyment back to your game with golfknickers.com. Traditional golf knickers in bold colors and plaids, all with same-day shipping. Over 100 different socks and matching sweaters. Perfect for corporate outings, weddings, and special events.
Thanks, golfknickers.com, for making our tournament such a success.
Make your experience memorable.
Best time ever.
Call today for a free catalog.
Welcome back to Big's Golf Talk and BGT-TV right here on Native Family Radio, iHeartRadio, Spotify, all your Amazon devices, including YouTube TV. I am Big John Quick. He is the golf father, Bill Cuevas, and this segment is sponsored by golfknickers.com. They are the world leader in traditional golf apparel. They have the knickers for the ladies, for the men, and for the kids. And Bill, the golf father Cuevas, we will be in Golf Knickers on May 15th.
Yeah, we
at
will.
Baby Superman's events.
We're playing in Billy Blue. At least I am. I don't know what you're playing. I'm playing Billy Blue golf knickers. You know what I mean?
Our next guest here on Big's Golf Talk, Bill, we have mentioned and talked about what this event for Baby Superman and Heroes is benefiting, and it is benefiting the Lexiam Heart Foundation. This is a nonprofit local to New Mexico that provides financial, educational, and emotional support to families impacted by a congenital heart defect. They are 100% volunteer. They're, as a matter of fact, our next guest has a 4-year-old son that has a major heart defect. It's called a hypoplastic left heart syndrome, Bill, and has had 4 open heart surgeries as a result. So he actually knows what it takes, and what, where they're at as far as what families are going through.
Absolutely, and I think there's several people inside of that organization that have gone through it and stuff like that. And one of the biggest things for us jumping in, head first, is that it's with kids, and it's a heart. I mean, that's what it's about, man. It's like, you got to have a heart. We've been talking about it going back and forth since the very beginning, and I think, even in the beginning of the show, I was like, I don't think we've ever thrown ourselves that fast, that hard, that quick into any charity, whatever, anything.
But this is important.
It is. I mean,
I've always said it takes a village to raise a child.
Yeah.
But Lexiam Heart Foundation realized that there were very little resources in New Mexico for families like them.
Yeah.
So they started the foundation. In 3+ years, check this out, Bill, the golf father Cuevas, they've helped over 170 families with $10,000s of support.
And it's priceless. The thing is that these families are going, and we talked about.
And I like to see us raise over $10,000 per event.
Yeah, and I think this event's going to be easy to do it. I think with everything that's going on, we mentioned earlier that Dickie Richard Sanchez is stepping up. He was part of our Team Superman, and now he decided to go in and step it up and have his company do a donation to it. Amanda's involved. We got people coming from everywhere. We got sponsors shipping all kinds of stuff.
And that's the thing. The less you have to spend money on raffle prizes, on auction items, whatever case might, is more money that goes to the charity.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And the thing is, we've addressed a lot of things. websites coming, all kinds of things are coming for them.
We're actually going to, make sure, this website and everything, we're actually consulting Tony with this website.
Yep.
There are going to be donations on there. You're going to be able to chat
all
with
kinds
them
of stuff
and all
coming.
kinds of stuff coming.
And golf is the beginning. We've had conversations where golf is the beginning. We want more stuff. We're privy to that because we do a lot with Foes of Honor, and we do stuff with cancer stuff. We got everything, but kids and hearts and families that I don't think it's even a decision. People are like, oh, how do you get up and move? Because it's my kid.
Right.
That's why.
That's
you have to give that baby a fighting chance. Plain and simple. And it's terrible that families have to struggle, but I'm glad that they have people like Lexiam that are here.
Well, not only did the at that time, Oakland Raiders
stepped up
Derek Carr, the quarterback, step up for baby Superman.
Mm-hmm.
But our next guest with his foundation also stepped up.
Yes.
And hence is the reason why Tony Vasquez is supporting this and benefiting and hosting these golf outings to benefit the Lexiam Heart Foundation. Zach Mickelson is the founding board member for this foundation. He's joining us right now on BGT-TV and Big's Golf Talk. Zach, welcome into Big's Golf Talk.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Where did it all start for you? Obviously, I think we have an idea of why, but when did it all start for you?
Yeah. So my my son Theodore was born in July 2017. We found out in February 2017 that he had major heart defects. So just to give you an idea, about 1 in every 100 kids is born with a heart defect. But there's, I think, 17 different defects. And he was born with the most rare and the most severe out of about 6.5 million babies born a year in the U.S. Less than 1,000 are diagnosed with this condition. So pretty rare, required, surgical intervention right away. He had his first surgery at 4 days old up in Denver because unfortunately New Mexico doesn't have the doctors or surgeons or hospitals to provide that type of service. So we had to go up to Denver, and we were up there for close to 3 months. Our first go around, 2 heart surgeries, which meant, we were away from work. My wife and I were having to, not only pay our bills sort of at home, but pay for all of our expenses up in Denver. Unfortunately, our health insurance didn't cover a lot of that stuff. And we recognized through that process that there just wasn't a ton of resources available for families like us who are sort of right in that sweet spot of we make too much income to qualify for any government assistance, but not nearly enough for something like that to be a drop in the bucket. So we met a couple other families while we were up there that were also from New Mexico and in a similar boat as us. And we decided that when we got back and the dust settled, we would start this foundation. So we officially became incorporated with the state of New Mexico in February 2018. So we're going on just a little over 3 years now. We have 6 folks on our board. Some are families. Some are families whose kiddos unfortunately didn't make it. We have a local nurse on the board. We have a teacher on the board who the cause is near and dear to her heart. And like you mentioned in the opening, we've got well over 170 families who we are constantly supporting with money, education, or sometimes honestly just a shoulder to cry on or someone to talk to, because when you get this diagnosis, it can be sort of a slap in the face, and you need someone to just walk you through it and let you know it's going to be okay. So that's what our board does, and we hope to continue to be able to do that here in the state of New Mexico.
I'll tell you something. Bill the Godfather Cuevas and I had a chance to have lunch with Tony Vasquez and all that stuff. And you want to talk about a guy with a big heart, and his child Tojo's baby Superman himself. You want to talk about probably a kid that I've ever met with the biggest heart and the biggest amount of energy I have ever seen. That is just incredible, from hearing the story of how, they were almost having to make a choice. And in Tony's mind right away, there's no choice.
No, there isn't a choice.
It's
our baby.
Right.
We're going to give it a fighting chance. We'll decide afterwards. Let God decide. And it's different. I mean, we talked about it earlier in the show of how, why is that the first option? Why your kid's not going to be perfect, so let's do this. And I don't always agree with that.
Well, you're a father, Zach. I'm a father. Bill's a father. One of the things that we would always do for our children as fathers is we would give our own life
Exactly.
to make sure our child,
First things
succeeds and goes on and is healthy and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So that means if we had to give up our own heart to give to our child, we would do that.
Absolutely.
And I think any parent in our even our thought of way is in that same boat. At what point, where did the partnership, how did you meet Tony Vasquez?
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you. We had this, we were faced with a similar decision. We had doctors approach us with different options, and obviously we chose the option that we were going to fight for Theo, and so we call him the legend of Theo. That's his nickname.
Nice. I like that.
Yeah. That we were going to fight for Theo and do whatever it took. And if you saw him running around, he likes to wear his little Superman cape.
I saw that program, and I want to talk about, later on we'll ask you about all the different programs, because I was on the site. You have a cape program, and I was like, I want a cape. And I saw the shirts. I need a shirt. And I'm looking at all this. I was like, yeah, there's so many great ways to support. One thing that you did mention in the thing, and of course people that are watching are seeing me shaking my head. I think as being, everybody allegedly wants to come to America to live in America and stuff like that, and we're so focused on everything else in this world and taking care of everybody. And here we have children that we can help right here, and it becomes, you make too much.
Mm-hmm.
How much is a baby's life worth? You have all these people out there. You don't do this, don't do that, you can't terminate life. Well, you know what? Let's live by that. You don't know. Let's give every baby a fighting chance. You have somebody that has a heart defect, take care of that baby. You know what I mean? Yeah. We have funds for save this turtle, save this animal over here, save that thing over here. Let's buy up all this land for billions of dollars so we can save that. But when it comes to a baby and a heart, I'm sorry, sir, you make too much money, and if you don't pay, oh well. How does that work in society? I get lost on that. I don't get with all the money that we waste.
Absolutely.
And take care of babies.
Yeah, and we have health insurance through our employers, and this was 4 years ago. I have a significantly better job now with better health insurance, so things would have been different. But the insurance that we had at the time, we called them up and asked them what type of resources are available for us if we're going to be traveling, and they said, well, unfortunately, your policy doesn't cover any travel expenses unless there's an organ being transplanted. And I'm like, but I have, I'm going to have a 4-day-old baby who's can have open heart surgery, and he had another one at 29 days old, and it takes them time to recover before they'll send us home. But unfortunately that wasn't covered. So it was kind of like, you got to figure it out, and we had a home in Albuquerque that we had, bills and things. And then not to mention all the expenses it required to live in Denver for 4 months, food and lodging and gas and just whatever. And then the medical bills on top of it all. So, there was, that was a little gut wrenching for us. And that's why that was a major reason that we started the foundation and partnered with those other parents. And through that is how I met Tony. And Tony and I, have become really close friends. We're both, or I should say, Las Vegas Raiders fans now.
Yeah.
So we have that to sort of bond over. He loves to play golf. I've been playing golf for 25 years. I played high school golf. I played 36 last weekend.
Now we meet our competition because I heard through the grapevine you should be there. I believe that you will be there.
Yeah, I'll be there. I've actually got 2 teams, so we got 7 buddies. So we got 2 teams going out there, and obviously we're going to be there to support the cause and represent Lexiam. And we're our team names are Theo's Avengers because my son loves the Avengers, so. We'll be out there.
I definitely thought it was going to be Team Legendary
Yeah.
Legend
of Theo. Yeah.
Legend of Theo.
Well, I mean, I like Theo Avengers. I like that.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
We're baby Superman. I don't know who's gonna beat who. But in the end, there's nothing gonna be but winners. We're
Yes.
all winners in the end. We're gonna be playing for bragging rights, and we're probably gonna talk bad about you once you're off the show.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. I never liked those Avengers anyway, but you know.
I'm a Marvel guy.
You're a DC guy. I'm an R. We're gonna beat you. You know what I mean?
Right.
But, you know, in the end, it's all about the kids. You know what I mean? I mean, this is what, and we travel the country doing events. And this one, I'm actually here in New Mexico for 3 weeks. By the time it's all done, my longest stint here.
That's 2 weeks and 6 days too long.
Yes, yeah, it is. You know, that's why you don't see my background back here. My background's the other side of the office in here, where he has the beautiful view. I got the back view over here. But at least I got my picture above my head.
Yeah.
But you know, I was like, it wasn't. I mean, we were talking about it. We were in Durango. I'm sitting in a hot tub, minding my own business, and a woman just says, "Hi." We start talking, and her last thing when she was walking away, she's like, "What was the name of that golf show you work for?" And I was like, "I'm the co-host of Big Golf Talk." And she's like, "Okay." And then she tagged us on Facebook, you know, about the event and stuff like that.
Nice.
The intro. Yeah. So when we found that, I was like, well, I'm coming. We should do it. And we threw a 100. And I know there's nothing more than 100%, but we threw over 100% into everything into this event because it's that special and that meaningful.
Absolutely. Yep.
You know, especially here.
We called on our partners, our supporters,
everybody
to donate.
Everybody.
So nothing that you're seeing from Big Golf Talk has been paid for.
No.
Everything's been donated as far as raffle prizes. I mean, we have a signed pair of Sir Nick Faldo golf shoes that we were donating, you know, to the raffle and all that stuff.
We got all kinds of fun stuff: wedges, shoes, golf balls, a watch, a GPS watch.
Wow. Nice.
We got belts. We got from Anson Belts. They sent a nice golf belt along, which is really, really cool. And we still got more stuff coming.
And we're pretty fortunate that we have so many supporters and so many people that's, you know, even our sponsors that we just make a phone call, and it's not very often we ask for something, but when we do, they step up. You know,
I went above and beyond that phone call. What I decided to do was, in which we're taking care of now, people want to see a face. People want to make sure that what they're donating to is real. You know, especially in today's world with everything that's fake. And we don't normally, he knows, I don't reach out to any of our resources that deal with our show to benefit something, whether we're part of it or not, unless it has to be something really, really big to go outside that parameters. And I was like, Tony, I need a picture of your son, man. You know, I need a picture. I need, you know, I'm going to do something I've never done, and which part means they're going to do it because I never do it. And they know if I'm asking for it, it's something big, but I wanted to personalize it. And I sent a picture, and I was like, this is what it's about. It's about this little boy that needs a heart.
Okay, Bill, we got a few seconds here before we have to break away on the radio side. We always stay with the TV side, but on the radio side, you want to talk about big things. Let's talk about the programs that Lexiam Heart Foundation offers here. We got 3 minutes on the radio side, so let's talk about that.
Yeah, so you know, over the past 3 years, we've grown exponentially because there was just such a huge need for us. So we're, you know, if you go to any doctor's office here in New Mexico that has to do with, you know, a cardiologist or like a prenatal scan where you know, pregnant mothers go to get sort of that anatomy scan, we're there. All the doctors know of us. They will give the families our information. So our biggest area of support is obviously financial support. We will help pay for lodging, airfare, gas, food. We've even just within the last year or so extended our services to start paying for folks' medical bills. And all of our money is raised through different fundraisers and private donors. So we've done golf tournaments in the past. We do a yearly superhero heart run. So we do a 5K, and that's where everyone gets the capes. And, you know, we had to do it virtually.
We got to run for a cape?
Yeah. Well, you can walk. You can walk. I don't. Yeah, I'm not.
I remember I'm flying here from Florida, and my arms are real tired because Superman can only fly so long before he gets tired.
Yeah. We do like like the paint and sip things, just little things here and there to keep our community engaged, but also to help us raise a little bit of money because that money turns around and goes straight back into the pockets of New Mexico families that need it. Like John mentioned, we're 100% volunteer board, so we don't pocket any of the money. We use the money to either put on events or to go right back to our families. So families in New Mexico who are impacted, they can go to LexiamHeartFoundation.org. We have a really simple form they can fill out to request services, and within a day or two, we'll get money right back in their hands so they can use that money to pay for gas to go up to Denver, or airfare if they have to fly to Stanford or Boston. Some of our families with more complex issues have had to do that. Or they can just tell us, what hospital they need us to pay, and we'll call up and start making payments on their medical bills for them. So, but it's events like this one that Tony's putting on for us that, that's how we, we make 10 or 20 grand, and that keeps us afloat for the next 6 months so we can continue supporting families. So this money is, going into the pockets of families who desperately need it. And honestly, as a father who went through this, I wanted to be excited about my new baby. It was my first. I've got 2 now, but I wanted to be excited about my first. And unfortunately, I spent a lot of that time stressing out about finances because
it's a shame.
we were in a rough situation. So if I can provide that type of comfort for a dad or a mom, and that was in my position, then it's worth it to me.
Absolutely.
Zach Mickelson, thank you so much for joining us here on BGT-TV and Big's Golf Talk. I'm looking forward to seeing you on May 15th, brother.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it as well. And hope that, you see Theo's Avengers on top of the leaderboard.
No, we're going to be controlling that board. Don't worry. I don't need a pencil. I got magical powers. Yes.
I got some ringers. So
sir, after 25 years of golfing, you are a ringer. I don't know. Bring a cape. Bring a shirt.
Absolutely.
Maybe we should. I'm going to send you an email. Maybe Lexiam could have are you doing anything with Tony for the prize package or anything?
We'll have some banners up and stuff.
Okay.
But I can talk to Tony and see what we can do.
Yeah, because we want the auction. We're going to do the auction. We got all kinds of stuff for the raffles. We're doing goodie bags. We got all kinds of stuff coming. So The more the merrier. We want to get the people out. Like your word. We need the word. I hate this show.
We got to go. Zach, thank you so much. We appreciate you coming on.
Thanks for having me.
Lexiam Foundation. LexiamFoundation.org. Check them out and donate, and participate.
Have a heart for a heart.
There you go. Thank you.
Right after this.